Hello, Joe Brady here again. And what I'd like to talk about today is the healing sound for the heart. And it's the one that respiratory therapists like the most because when you take a spirometry test, they test your vital capacity, what they want is a quick exhale at the beginning, to exhale as much air as you can out at the beginning, and then to hold that for as long as you can. And so the healing sound for the heart is the haw sound. The same sound you would make if you saw a cute little bunny rabbit. Aww. Or a cute little baby in a bonnet. Aww. H-A-W is how it's spelled in Pinyin Chinese. And if you put one hand on your sternum and make the haw sound, play with the tone a little bit until you can feel your sternum vibrate a little bit. That's your heart chi in Chinese medicine. When you get the tone right, you should be able to feel just a little bit of a vibration on your sternum. In Chinese studies, they found if you run a catheter up the femoral artery and into the heart, you can see what the heart is doing while you're doing certain activities. And they found when you make that haw sound, again in Chinese studies, they found that it relaxes all the blood vessels around the heart when you get that little vibration going, which opens up all the blood vessels and makes a heart attack less likely. They haven't been able to prove that yet. Those studies are more extensive, but in terms of showing that it does dilate those blood vessels, they have done those studies. So anyway, as you make the sound here, breathe in as you bring the arms up, make a haw sound. And again, what you're looking for is that little bit of vibration in the sternum. So like we were doing last time, the drawing in the rainbow to radiate its colors, Qigong exercise. As you breathe in, turn the palms up, take the first, 5 seconds or so, breathe in. At the top of the breath, relax completely, turn the palms over. As you exhale, use that haw sound. Try to hold it as long as you can at the bottom of the breath. Relax completely. Let that last little bit of air out. And then try again. Breathe in as you bring the arms up. Turn the palms over. And the haw sound. Now again, this is a good one to use for practicing for your spirometry test. When you got to go into the doctor and have an appointment, and they're going to give you that test, to practice for it by using the haw sound. As you get to the top of the breath, get ready to exhale. Let the first second or so of air out really quickly, almost like coughing the air out. And then try to hold it as long as you can. When you put your mouth around the spirometer, it's going to force you to kind of open the air passages and let the air out all at once. And so the haw sound imitates that most closely. When you make the haw sound, you kind of open up all the air passages. And the trick really is just to practice letting a big, quick burst of air out at the beginning, and then try to hold it for as long as you can. And that gives the total vital capacity. So again, breathe in as you bring the hands up, palms facing up first. Relax completely, take that little sip while you turn the palms over, and then a quick and then hold the exhale for as long as you can. Relax completely, let that last little bit out. Breathe in as you bring the palms up. Again, relax completely, turn the palms over. That little quick Relax completely, let the last little bit out. Now again, as a meditation, the healing sound for the heart not only helps to dilate the blood vessels around the heart, obviously good for the heart, but the emotion, there's two negative emotions that go with the heart and the one positive one. The positive one is the easiest one for people to guess. In the West, just think Valentine's Day. The feeling that strengthens the heart is love. And cardiologists will tell you that there's some truth in this. Any cardiologist will tell you if they have two patients with the exact same heart attack and they do the exact same bypass operation on them, but one patient they send home to a loving family and they've got people they love around them to help take care of them, and the other person goes home alone, any cardiologist could tell you the prognosis is much better for the one that's surrounded by loved ones rather than someone who has to face their heart problems alone. And so I'm a great believer in supplements. If you can't stand people, at least get a puppy. That helps to satisfy that need. And that really does work. One of the most successful things social workers ever did in nursing homes was to bring in puppies and children. And it allows people to get that love part. And especially if you're the type of person that just can't stand people, because let's face it, they're impossible. And so that's the positive one. And then there's two negative ones. Obviously, the hate, the opposite of love, destroys love, obviously. The one that's not so obvious is the Chinese related to a negative emotion of joy. And most Westerners will immediately think, well, joy, how can that be negative? The Chinese don't mean it quite the way we mean it with the English word of joy. They mean more like excess joy. So, for example, how much love is destroyed by the alcoholic who, for a few moments worth of joy to get drunk, is willing to lose his wife and his children and lose his job and end up in the street? That's pursuing your joys at the expense of those that love you. Another good example would be how much love is destroyed by the man who, for a few moments worth of joy down at a Motel 6 with a woman that ain't his wife, how much love is he willing to destroy for that few moments worth of joy? To the Chinese way of thinking, especially in ancient China, they didn't think it was worth it. That few minutes worth of joy they notice how that destroys the people that love you, and that's just not a fair trade-off. And so that's how they mean the idea of joy being a negative emotion. It's not that joy is bad, but the selfish, self-centered pursuit of your own joys are exactly what destroy the people that love you. Anyway, let's go through and practice a few times. Take and breathe in, turn the palms up first, and slowly try to completely fill your lungs. At the top of the breath, that fourfold breath, you're going to relax completely. Take that extra sip. Turn the palms over. A quick ha, and then hold it. Relax completely. Start next breath. Again, if you got a singing bowl or some tingshaws, or you put on some music or sounds of a rainforest, try to match that hum, that 8 cycle per second. A little hum that it gets into. And that way, like a tuning fork, you can tune precisely the frequency for the sound. Breathe in as you bring the palms up. Turn the palms over. And then we'll be doing more with it, but the idea is eventually to take these healing sounds and incorporate them into your Tai Chi Chuan practice. So if I do like a grass sparrow's tail, as you breathe in, use the hun sound to help follow the breath in. Use that ha sound. Breathe in as you wind up and push. So again, you breathe in as you wind up, as you roll back. And then the 3 movements in the grass sparrow's tail, the ward off, use the ha sound. Breathe in as you roll back. Use the ha sound as you do press. Roll back. Breathe in as you roll back, sink down on that back foot. Use the ha sound as you push. I've also done a little bit with the 8 silken forms. So you can incorporate these sounds into any exercise. And so like on the 8 silken forms, we did that first one. You breathe in as you bring the hands up. Second time, bring the arms out in front of you, like hugging a tree. Little finishing move. And there you have the healing sound for the heart, the haw sound. Catch you next time.